Good morning, everyone, and thank you for choosing Breaking News, Market Analysis. Every day, our goal is to provide you with a thorough and knowledgeable analysis of the most relevant financial news to help you navigate the complex economic landscape. Let's begin our daily review. Financial News, August 16, 2023. Asia's markets respond to global headwinds. Asian stock markets have witnessed a downward trajectory as a result of a confluence of challenges reverberating worldwide. Against the backdrop of declines in the U.S. markets and mounting concerns regarding inflation and growth, benchmark indexes throughout the region have faced setbacks. Notably, the MSCI China Index bore the brunt of this trend during early trading on Wednesday. This plunge threatens to erase gains accumulated since a pivotal Politburo meeting. Reflecting the prevailing sentiment, Asian markets echo the performance seen in the U.S., where the S&P 500, Nasdaq 100, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average concluded just shy of session lows on Tuesday. While the early Asian trading session showed relatively modest shifts in U.S. futures, markets remain poised for potential volatility. U.S. stocks tackle economic realities. The U.S. stock market encountered headwinds driven by retail sales surpassing forecasts. This development has elevated the stakes for the Federal Reserve to maintain a strategy of heightened interest rates for an extended period. This viewpoint was reiterated by Minneapolis Fed President Neel Kashkari, who emphasized that despite the moderation in inflation, it remains elevated and requires vigilant monitoring. China's economic struggles and their global impact. China's ongoing economic challenges continue to captivate global attention. U.S.-listed shares of Chinese companies have endured a third consecutive day of losses. J.P. Morgan Chase & Company adjusted its full-year growth forecast for China, revising it downward from 5% to 4.8%. The downgrade is attributed to a series of disappointing economic indicators for the month of July. Concerns are mounting over the efficacy of China's surprise rate cut announced on Tuesday, with analysts speculating that additional measures might be necessary to restore investor confidence. Macquarie Group has responded by revising its Yuan estimates, reflecting the evolving landscape of China's economic outlook. Investor sentiment and China's incremental approach. Kieran Calder, head of equity research for Asia at Union Bancaire Privé, has noted a declining investor interest in China, despite its attractive valuation. Investors' diminishing enthusiasm can be attributed to the measured approach the Chinese government has adopted in implementing stimulus measures. The piecemeal interventions are fostering a sentiment that contrasts with the anticipation of a comprehensive stimulus strategy. Offshore Yuan stabilizes amid central bank actions. The offshore Yuan demonstrated signs of stabilization, propelled by interventions from the People's Bank of China. The central bank took action by implementing a stronger-than-expected yuan fixing and injecting a substantial amount of short-term liquidity into the financial system. These measures were aimed at enhancing market sentiment and maintaining stability amidst ongoing economic challenges. Tencent's earnings amid internet sector optimism. Amid the broader economic landscape, all eyes are on Tencent Holdings Limited's upcoming earnings report. The company is poised to unveil its strongest revenue growth in over a year, fueling optimism regarding the resurgence of the internet sector. This anticipated performance comes amidst the backdrop of China's economic turbulence, further highlighting the sector's resilience and potential. Currency dynamics and economic resilience. Currency markets are experiencing interesting dynamics, with the US dollar finding stability while the Japanese yen approaches its lowest level since November. Early trading in Asia has seen slight reductions in treasury yields. A notable occurrence is the brief surge of two-year note yields above 5%, a milestone not reached since early March. However, these yields retreated afterward. In contrast, the yields on 10- and 30-year treasuries reached their highest levels since October. Navigating the Federal Reserve's path. James Demert, Chief Investment Officer at Main Street Research, has emphasized concerns about the Federal Reserve's ability to achieve its 2% inflation target. Despite the strength of the economy, uncertainties persist regarding the attainment of this inflation figure. Global banking landscape. Investors are closely monitoring Fitch Ratings' warning regarding the potential downgrades of major lenders like J.P. Morgan and Bank of America Corporation. The implications of such downgrades extend beyond the institutions themselves, impacting the broader financial ecosystem. Reserve Bank of New Zealand's monetary policy. In the Asian market, attention is focused on the Reserve Bank of New Zealand's impending decision. The central bank is expected to maintain interest rates unchanged while sending a hawkish signal to address rising inflation expectations. The ramifications of this decision will be closely followed by investors and economists alike. Before proceeding with our analysis, we would like to remind you that your support is very important to us. If you enjoy this video and find our content helpful and engaging, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. This helps us grow and provide you with even more quality content. Now, let's get back to the news on the financial markets and the latest updates. Global volatility and market resilience. Amidst a landscape defined by a hawkish Federal Reserve and China's economic slowdown, additional factors are amplifying market volatility. These include Argentina's currency devaluation and Russia's emergency rate hike, which seeks to stabilize its currency in the face of challenges. Investor sentiment and ongoing surveys. Despite the prevailing challenges, a recent survey by Bank of America suggests that investor pessimism regarding stocks is at its lowest since February of the previous year. This period predates the Federal Reserve's substantial tightening phase. The survey also indicates that expectations of a recession within the next 18 months have diminished, with the prevailing sentiment pointing towards a soft landing in the next year. Earnings landscape and consumer insights. Retailer Home Depot Incorporated exceeded analyst estimates, shedding light on the state of U.S. consumer sentiment. Further insights are expected when Target Corporation and Walmart Incorporated release their respective earnings reports later this week. Global economic indicators and monetary policy insights. Economic indicators from the UK, including inflation figures, and euro area growth data are on the horizon. Furthermore, the minutes from the Federal Reserve's July policy meeting are eagerly anticipated by market participants, offering insights into the central bank's deliberations. Commodities market dynamics. In the commodities arena, oil prices have stabilized after a two-day decline, reflecting indications of a tightening market. Meanwhile, gold has experienced a slight uptick. Key events this week. China property prices, Wednesday. Eurozone industrial production, GDP, Wednesday. UK CPI, Wednesday. US FOMC minutes, housing starts, industrial production, Wednesday. US initial jobless claims, US conference. Board leading index, Thursday. Eurozone CPI, Friday. Some of the main moves in markets. Stocks. S&P 500 futures were little changed as of 10:45 a.m. Tokyo time. The S&P 500 fell 1.2%. Nasdaq 100 futures rose 0.1%. The Nasdaq 100 fell 1.2%. Japan's Topix fell 1%. Australia's S&P/ASX 200 fell 1.5%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng fell 1%. The Shanghai Composite fell 0.4%. Euro Stoxx 50 futures fell 0.3%. Currencies. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index was little changed. The euro was little changed at $1.0909. The Japanese yen was little changed at 145.55 per dollar. The offshore yuan was little changed at 7.3233 per dollar. The Australian dollar fell 0.2% to $0.6442. Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin was little changed at $29,193.75. Ether was little changed at $1,827.49. Bonds. The yield on 10-year treasuries declined 1 basis point to 4.20%. Japan's 10-year yield was unchanged at 0.630%. Australia's 10-year yield declined 4 basis points to 4.22%. Commodities. West Texas Intermediate crude was little changed. Spot gold was little changed. In conclusion, we'd like to thank you for watching Breaking News, Market Analysis. If you enjoyed our insights and found the information helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel to stay updated with future analyses. Thank you again for your support, and we'll see you soon with more interesting news. Remember, the information in this video is purely informational and does not constitute investment advice. Always consult with a professional before making financial decisions.